Hey everybody, my name is Yolanda. You may know me for creating Gimicks Wrestling Tees. Let's see, you may know me from designing wrestling t-shirts for wrestlers to sell. You may even know me for designing wrestling gear. One of the wrestling gear that I'm pretty proud of is to say that I designed for Antonio Cesaro when he was the WWE United States Champion. And another fun fact, which you should already know by now, that same gear is now available for you to choose in 3 colorways, I believe. I think it's 3: white, red, and black. In WWE's 2K14, so it's pretty exciting. Yay, yay, yay! It's surreal, to see some of my design immortalized in a game, like officially, and other things too. And then I also designed another set of gear that was short-lived. It was white. It was mainly white. It was black, red. It was gold trim. That was supposed to be for WrestleMania, but as you know, well, you should know, unfortunately, Antonio Cesaro was not in WrestleMania. So. But it's all good. It's all good because I got a feeling he'll be in WrestleMania this next year. So I can't wait to do gear for that. Let's see, but enough about me for now. We're going to talk about Total Divas. I've been thinking about doing this show last year as a joke, and then last minute, aka Saturday night, I decided to do it. And no preparation, no nothing, so this might be unorganized but organized because I do have notes. I do have notes to keep me focused. So let's see. So Total Divas season 2 came back on last night, Sunday. I'm taping this on Monday. And which was supposed to be live, but me Wi-Fi and YouTube had issues. But anyway, Total Divas was last night at 10 o'clock on the network, and I guess let me start my recap, right? So anyway, the girls are back. They're sitting at the table. It's Trinity. It's Ari. It's let me see, Ava, JoJo. What's the other 2? Nikki and Brie. Alright? Should be 7 of them. Okay, boom. They all greet each other with the best greeting that I've known for years, which is, how you doing? Alright, so we got that, and then everybody's going gaga. They're gagging over Trinity's shoes. Now look, Trinity, I may not own a real pair of red bottoms, but I do own these fabulous set of shoes. And let me tell you, the drag queens love them. Yeah, they're pretty fab, right? Or use as a weapon. Somebody try to mug me for my pocket change. But they're pretty dope. I did wear them at the drag show though. I wasn't performing though. Jake's Boxing was, but that's another story. So anyway, so Ava talks about her maximum, the maximum spread that we saw from last season. The magazine's out. She wants to show the girls. Nothing wrong with that. And then all of a sudden, this is where I wish I had a graphic that said hater alert, because Natty called her a hoochie, and then JoJo, who knows what she said, but we already know she hating already. per what I see, that's what I'll say. All my comments is based on what we're watching. I'll just say that. Anywho, so Brie comes in there and basically says, we've done Maxim, we've done it for Espanol. And so with Ava, she like, well, you ain't do it for this Maxim, right? The U.S. No, you didn't. And Priest like, no, we didn't do it for that, but we did do it for Espanol. And the great thing about that is that it shows in more countries. As she sips her tea, boom. I wonder how long it took Ava to figure that one out. Anyway, shout out to Trinity and those marigold yellow pants for the win. They fit so lovely. Thank God for Trinity and all that cake. Let me see. Oh, yes. Let me tell you. Call me now. I should start a second hotline. I really should, because before the show had started, I was hoping that this was it was going to show the road rage. And he did, so I was very happy. So I was in the next scene. Let me see. It's Ari's driving, Jay's in the back, Trinity's in the passenger seat. This homeboy going slow, all in the front. Ari, I can't take it anymore. Putt, it's just too much. Putt, Mr. Putt, it's just taking too long. So Ari get out the car. She reading him his rights. All up in that. takes her Starbucks coffee and throws it at the driver. Throws it. I mean, she's really close, so it probably hit him. And then he called her a big. But now she really flipping. I think Jay had to grab her. Trinity's Trinity's yelling at her to get in the car. Now this would have been the quote of the night from Trinity, which was, "You better hope that man don't come here and beat your ass." Greatest quote, great quote of the night so far. But no. That doesn't get my quote of the night. But it should have been runner up. All right, so now they're at the training facility. Eva comes back out with the magazine. Or no. I'm sorry. She didn't have the magazine in the beginning. She just told everybody. Sorry. But now she got the proof. She's like, haha, I got proof that was in this magazine with all these pictures. And I want you to be green with envy and stuff of that nature. So that Nikki is like, I need to hurry up and heal because Eva's plotting on me. She's plotting on my spot. This is we can't have that. So and then she's trying to plot on my man's too. She's trying to say she want to be a tag team partner with him and rub her boobs on him. We can't have that. Only boobs that rub on him is mine. Well, that's what I heard. Eva has a signing. That's all I remember. Okay, first of all, I'm going to try to keep my head up. I'm noticing that I'm lowering my head, but that's because I'm trying to keep with the notes and stuff like that. And let me see what else. So Trinity and Natty, they do have a match, right? And Natty, Trinity, which I never saw this spot, but I thought it was great. Natty has her arms around Trinity, and Trinity, to get out of the lock that Natty has her in, she has to pump, pump it, and then it gives her one good pump, and all that ass hit Natty right in the gut. Natty is fortunately for Natty, that was just too much ass, and because her butt hit Natty in the gut so hard, it really hit her bladder, and Natty unfortunately pissed on herself. So we come to find out she pissed on herself. So Natty says, which this should have been quote of the night. Naomi's like a wild stallion trying to be tamed. Now, was she talking about Naomi or Naomi's ass? I hope that she was talking about her ass, because I just think that's funny. Naomi, you got that stallion booty. All right, let's see what else we got here. So then, here's the part that I think this is like, it was like two that ain't right. I give awards, and one of them is to the cameraman. Well, now Natty jumps in the shower. She runs straight for the shower. She's taking off her gear. She's putting it on the ground. The cameraman zooms in on the piss spot that was in her damn pants. Now, come on. We ain't need that visual. We ain't need to see the yellow crust around the damn panty line. That's just mean. That's just wrong. You ain't right. You're not right, cameraman. Let's see what else. Nikki. Let me see. So Nikki, see, that's why when you talk about people, you gotta be careful now. So Nikki, she finds out, she think that's funny, runs to Cena and wants to go ha 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 ha. Natty pissed on herself, but then she find out, and then Cena pooped on himself, pooped on himself, and so now all of a sudden she got the boo boo face because Cena poo pooed on himself, so she don't know what to do. She I know she can look at her man the same because he took a smash open his pants. Alright, so Cena, she noticed that his elbow looks like he got a tennis ball hanging off of it. It's pretty gross. Cena don't want to talk about it, and she's like, well, wait, what you told me, last season, all that jazz, take her to the hospital. Cena pretty much hit her with a parent quote, which is, do what I say, not what I do. So I thought that was pretty funny. All right, let me see. And then they walk away so they don't hump in public. Which would never mind. I'll say that comment for a later day. So all right, so Mark and Jane. Oops, not James. Jane. Let me see. Talks to the girls. And lets Bree and Natty know that they're actually going to be wrestling for SummerSlam, which is great. Eva, you're going to be in, let me see, Bree and Nikki's corner. And the Funkadactyls, Naomi and Cameron, is going to be in Natalia's corner. And JoJo, you're going to do nothing. Well, that ain't what she said, but when the camera looked at JoJo and made no sound, it was like, yay, yay, yay. Or JoJo. Alright, so anyhow, let me say. So then they tell Natty, guess what? Guess what else you're doing besides having a match or something? You're gonna be working the red carpet. And Natty's all hypey. Yay, yay, yay. But you can't walk it. Damn. Alright, Natty. They do this to you all the time, so let's hatch a plan. Let's hatch a plan. Natty, what you should do going forward, why don't you walk it first? Why can't you walk it first? Real quick. Just a real quick walk. You know, how about when you take a break? Walk it then. Why can't you walk it at all? That don't make sense. If you take a break, why won't you? I don't know. I would walk it anyway. Granted, nobody's announcing you, but who cares? Let people take pictures of you on the red carpet. Announce your damn self. There you go. That's the next thing you should do. Find a loophole up in there. And all of a sudden, Vivica Fox. Wait, I'm sorry. I mean Alicia Fox. I know I ain't the only one that thought that was Vivica Fox. I know. I was like, oh, Vivica Fox, like WWE? And then I realized it was Alicia. Alicia, you ain't this. I think this won the You Ain't Right award. This won the You Ain't Right award of the night. Hi, how you doing? Kiki. Girl, it's okay if you piss on yourself. Daddy's like, why would you bring that up right now that I pissed on myself? Can I tell you, Natty? First of all, Alicia Fox, you ain't right. Natty Neidhart, I give you all the credit in the world that you ain't put her in the sharpshooter right on that red carpet. I know I would have. Gonna bring up all the times that I pissed on my goddamn self in front of all those people. I should have put her in the doggone sharpshooter. Alright, now they show Cena and Nikki on the red carpet, you know, trying to pose, blah, 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 boom. And then all of a sudden, Cena get the text and he bounced. So Cena does the text bounce, leaving Nikki. Nikki's like, what in the world? Why'd you leave me? And I love Nikki's faces. I am curious to know if Nikki had hood friends. Because she has a little hood in her. You know, like, whatever. It's so they leave. And then Vinny, Lord Jesus. Vinny. Why is Vinny doing jail poses on the red carpet though? Why he doing jail poses? What the? No jail poses. No jail poses. So he's annoying Ariane, you know, all through the party. Yeah, so he's, you know, they're there is Ari's mother and Trinity all having a conversation. Vinny, he's dancing towards them and everything, and she don't got no time for that. She's like, get out of here, get out of my face, whatever. And then what's his face? And then, you know, Vinny, I think either she grabs his hand or he grabs hers and takes her to the corner, you know, try to talk about it and say, okay, that's fine, but you don't gotta, you know, scream at me in front of your people like that. And, you know, she's like, but you're annoying me. Da, 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 da. And then she hits him, which I think should be her new finisher move. She was like, boy, bye. Wait, I raised my hand. Boy, bye. I mean, it's usually called a pie face. You know, but she hit him in the head, so it can't be a pie face. She hit him in the shoulder, but she put some uff in it. So I'm going to call that the boy bye. The boy bye. Let's see what else we got here. And then I feel sorry for Vinny. Poor Vinny, because it's funny what I'm about to say. The exact half of it was what I was saying to myself. Which was the one thing that first came to mind is, I said, you know, stop being so mean to, you know, to Vinny, because he worships the ground that, you know, Ariel walks on. And I'm not the only one who felt that way, because Trinity pulled her aside and told her the same thing. You know, you can't do that to, you know, a man. He's just trying to have fun. You know, he has pride, don't bust his spirit, all that stuff. So that was I'm gonna call that the jewel of the night that Trinity dropped. Y'all need to pick those jewels up. Not just let me see, not just Ariane, but there's a lot of women out there who does the same thing. That does the same thing. So that was a jewel that a lot of females should pick up. I'm just saying. Alright, let me see. So now I go for my big notes, because I tried to rewrite it. Oh, and she also told her to, you know, you got little anger problems. You know, you come off mean, even though you ain't trying to be mean. you got some issues, go check, go and checked out. Right? Right. Alright, so let me see. Bree and Nikki talk. Nikki basically, says, John ain't tell me what's going on yet. He just, kind of like ditched me at the at the red carpet. Now it's time for SummerSlam Access. They show a whole bunch of, they show a lot of people. Eva signing, Bella signing, this, that, and the third. Now it's time to show Natty and Alicia Fox. Now this part, I don't know who did. I can't remember because it went too fast. But somebody came up to Natty, was like, "Oh, I saw your match on SmackDown," and I think Alicia said, "Did you see her pee her pants?" I said I was trying to keep this PG. But man, do I want to give her B, you're wrong. You are so wrong for that. That is just so dirty. Leave that girl alone. Leave that girl alone. Stop saying everybody pees. I hope somebody pisses. And they should wrestle you and hope she pees on you during the match. You can't. Don't stop. Leave that girl alone. That's not funny. That's not funny. That's not funny. That's you do. That's what's gonna happen. Carmen gonna come back to you. She ain't gonna put you in the sharpshooter. She's gonna let her bladder let loose right on your Frenchy skirt. All right. Let's see what else. Big Red. I guess that's what's her name? Eva's new nickname. From Brie. Big Red came to the gym and basically, again, plotting on Nikki. Well, if Nikki's not healthy, I'll wrestle. I'll stand in the corner and look pretty. Pretty much, right? No tea, no shade. Let's see. Nikki's basically like, man, this girl about to get bitch slapped. And then it's going to turn real. I hear that. Nikki is so hood. I love it. Ari goes to see her, go visit her mom, Miss Tammy, who looks gorgeous, by the way. As you know, your mother looks gorgeous. That's some older youth to look up to, if you know what I mean. Alright, so they basically, working your anger issues. Ari explains why she feels that way, with some things that happened when she was older. Lots of arguing, lots of cussing. She developed kind of a, should I call it a mechanism? But it's definitely a natural reaction for her because she doesn't want to be put in that same predicament that she saw her mother in. So as soon as she feels like it's close to that, she reacts to it. And I think a lot of men and women are not capable of this, but they're guilty of it. I know I am. I know I'm guilty of that. Not now though. I'm good now, but when I was younger, definitely. It's like, whoa. As soon as you feel like you're getting close to that point, you're like, and then you spaz out just a smidget. But it's definitely true. All right, let me see. Oh wait, no, I think yeah. So, let me see. CJ to the rescue. Oh, Natty's talking to CJ saying, I don't know if I should do the match because I might piss on myself again. And her husband, TJ basically goes, look, chill out. You good. You be alright. You ain't gonna piss on yourself again. Keep it moving. Alright, so now, Jay and Trinity Jay and Trinity and Vinny and Ari go to the rooftop and they have a drink. They toast and whatnot. And what's her name? And Ari basically apologizes to Vinny and says, I love you. I didn't mean to do it. This and the third. And he was, and he's like, I ain't gonna never leave you, baby. I love you. And that's one thing that man has, is undying love for that woman. And that's hard to find. So keep him, Ari. Keep your Vinny. Alright, let me see. Metal detectors. That's part of my notes. Metal detectors. Alright, it's SummerSlam time. And they show little clips what's going on in WWE. Outside of the venue. And I just found it funny they show metal detectors. You trying to say something? You trying to tell something? Metal detectors? Alright, so let me see. Finally Cena tell Nikki he hurt. And that the elite people knows, but not anybody else. He's the first. Besides the elite people, the Illuminati. I'm just joking. Everybody thinks I couldn't help myself. But no Illuminati. No Illuminati. But the lead people know to be, he didn't tell nobody else, besides, people that really needed to know. So that sucks. Torn tricep, which we all know by now. Somebody's dress is a no-no. Yeah, go to my Twitter to find out who I said that for. I'm trying to be good, trying to behave. First episode, and I'm already 20 minutes in. Let me see. Let me see. Ass first. I don't know why I wrote ass first. Anyway, they got the so you have the match between Addie and Brie, which went pretty well. There's Eva signs, Eva loves it, blah 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 blah. Then they showed Eva had the nerve. Oh, ass first. Now I know. So it's like here comes the devil, and like Eva's walking, but why they gotta show her from the ass first though, right? Like, that's how they present her. And then she goes there, and basically I think she did. You hear all the Eva chants and the Eva signs. You see the signs, and and saying, you know how they say, what she say? Bella's, what do you say? Bella's ball, or Bella's gonna ball. I think Bella's gonna fall. No, first of all, besides that being whack, even though I probably screwed up myself, but it was just so whack I couldn't remember it verbatim. She just needs to stop. Stop it. And nothing wrong with being good at what you do, but stop it. But the quote of the night goes to Nikki Bella, and hopefully I am saying this verbatim, because Nikki said she's lucky I'm a classy lady, because if I wasn't, I would beat her ass. Word. Get it, Nikki. Get it, Nikki. Get it. I see. And then Brie gonna tell her to calm down. This is where I'm gonna put a pause and I'm gonna come right back into it, because I feel like Nikki need a ride or die. And Nikki, I will be your ride or die. But then Brie makes sense out of it, and basically don't pay that silly ass girl no mind. That ain't what she said, but that's what she said to me. Alright, now it's time for the match between I'm almost done the review. Good. Let me see. Alright. I can do this in 4 minutes. I'm 10 minutes. I'll be 10 minutes over, but I'll figure out how to keep it tight later. Anyway, so now it's time for their boyfriends to wrestle each other. So you got Brie in her deep ride shirt with the beard shirt with the arrow pointing up, and then you have Nikki in her John Cena shirt, which didn't last long because Nikki loved to show her boobs. Nikki, now you look, it's fact. I ain't trying to be smart, but she like her boobs. Then this is one spot. Nikki, I love you for this. Cena picks up D-Bry. I think he picked him up. So his legs is here, his crotches is Cena's face, and she says what a lot of people think. That's why I love her. She gotta say how the Daniel's penis is all up in John's face. His balls is like touching his chin as we speak. Love it. Cena really shouldn't be wrestling so hard. He does. Cena and this match goes hard to go home, which he does, because the match was awesome. I mean, we all should have saw it by now. Let me see. So what I did like though, two things. Nikki calling D-Bry a fuck face because he hit his elbow, because he hit Cena's elbow. Let me see what else. And then Brie surprise face, because I guess she didn't want to know. I like that. I like that, and I really hope that's what it was, that they both didn't know, and I think that's cool. I think that's cool when you don't know and you just see what happens, and it's a great surprise. So that was pretty cool. Cena got a black eye. I think I did Friday's Smokey and Craig. Like, damn. Yeah, he got a shiner on him. And then from there, I think that's the end of the show. I think I recapped it, but they do show it's supposed to be next week. I can't believe all this is next week. We got Booty Meat. We got Drunk Texas from Natty Neihart. Drunk Texas to Stephanie McMahon. She lost. Ooh, child. I'll save my comments for then later. Let's see what else we got. We got MC Ari, Bree Mode, Vinny taking bumps, eloping, proposals, cohabitation agreement, Cena. Ooh, I already know what award you win next week. not prostitutes, proposal. Prostitutes. Well, that's anyway. We were in New Orleans. You never know. Let me see. You got a proposal. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, Eva ring announcing and no marry, no kids from John Cena. He ain't playing no games. He's like no. Oh man, this is too much. Cena gonna make me feel so bad for Nikki next week. I don't even know. So anyway, that was my recap. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it was a little too long. It's supposed to be 15 minutes, but it was my first try. So, but it's 25 and counting. So I'm going to end it on that note. I'm Yolanda from Gimicks Wrestling Tees. Check me out at gimmickswrestlingtees.com. Gimmicks is spelled with one M, if you misunderstood me. Gimmicks247 is my Twitter. You can find all my social media nonsense and craziness then. I'll try working on looking at the camera, even though it's just weird for me to do it. And plus you can't really see my eyes because I wear glasses. So hopefully you were semi-entertained. I'll do my best to do a better job. Give me my criticisms. Blah, 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 blah. But I'll warn you now. You say some slick ass, I'm going to come back at you. I ain't one of those people that's like, oh, I'm going to be so nice. I want you to buy my stuff. No. You ain't going to talk slick to me and think I ain't going to talk slick back. Just letting you know. On that note, see you next week.